Welcome to Quizie Trivie, the ultimate spot for fun, fast, and brain-boosting quizzes. Today, we're diving into the fascinating worlds of history, science, technology, and innovation. Think you know your stuff? Let's put your brain to the test with 50 general knowledge questions in 10 seconds. Let's see how many you can get right. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Are you ready? Let's get started. Which planet is known as the Red Planet? Mars, Venus, or Mercury? The answer is Mars. Which country is known for the Great Pyramids? Sudan, Saudi Arabia, or Egypt? It's Egypt. What is the largest continent by land area? Middle East, Asia, or Africa? The largest continent by land area is Asia. What is the smallest continent by land area? Australia, Europe, or Antarctica? Antarctica. What is the largest island in the world? Seychelles, Bahamas, or Greenland? The largest island is Greenland. Which ocean is the deepest? Pacific, India, or Atlantic? The answer is Pacific. What ancient city was buried by the eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD? Babylon, Pompeii, or Olympia? Awesome! The answer is Pompeii. Which city was once the capital of Japan before Tokyo? Osaka, Kyoto, or Yokohama? Kyoto. Which lake is the largest in Africa? Lake Retba, Lake Chad, or Lake Victoria? Lake Victoria. What is the highest mountain in the world? Mount Everest, Kilimanjaro, or K2? It's Mount Everest. Which desert is the largest hot desert in the world? Atacama Desert, Sahara Desert, or Gobi Desert? Sahara Desert. Which continent has no permanent human inhabitants? Australia, Antarctica, or Asia? Antarctica. Which is the smallest continent? Australia, Europe, or North America? Australia. What is the longest river in the world? Nile, Amazon, or Mississippi? Where was Bluetooth technology developed? Germany, Sweden, or France? The answer is Sweden. Where is the headquarters of NASA? Mars, Florida, or Washington, D.C.? Washington, D.C. Where was the earliest known calendar developed? Egypt, Rome, or Greece? Egypt. Where was the world's first robot created? China, Japan, or United States? Perfect. The answer is Japan. Where was the concept of algebra developed? Greece, Egypt, or Persia? Persia. Where did the first human genome project start? Sweden, Japan, or United States? United States. Where was the first successful vaccine trial? England, Germany, or Canada? England. Which country launched the first space telescope? United States, Russia, China? United States. Where was the first electric battery invented? France, Italy, or Russia? The answer is Italy. Where did the earliest human use of fire take place? Europe, Asia, or Africa? Africa. Which country was the first to land a rover on the moon? United States, China, or Russia? United States. Where did quantum theory emerge? France, Germany, or Canada? It emerges from Germany. Where did the periodic table originate? Russia, Brazil, or Egypt? Russia. In what country was acupuncture first practiced? India, China, or Iran? The answer is China. Where was insulin first used to treat diabetes? Canada, Germany, or United States? Canada. Where was the first nuclear power plant built? Germany, Ukraine, or Russia? Russia. Where did the Industrial Revolution begin? China, France, or England? England. Where was penicillin first discovered? Italy, Scotland, or Austria? It is Scotland. Where was Albert Einstein born? Switzerland, Germany, or Scotland? The answer is Germany. What is the capital of Russia? Moscow, St. Petersburg, or Kiev? Moscow. Which country owns the Falkland Islands? Argentina, Spain, or United Kingdom? Argentina. Which South American country is landlocked? Chile, Paraguay, or Uruguay? Paraguay. Which European country reunified in 1990? Germany, Finland, or Serbia? Germany. Which country has the most neighbors? Russia, India, or China? China. Which African country was never colonized? Egypt, Sudan, or Ethiopia? It's Ethiopia. Which country controls Greenland? Denmark, Canada, or United States? Denmark. What empire collapsed in 1991, creating many new countries? Soviet Union, Ottoman Empire, or Roman Empire? The answer is Soviet Union. What country is home to the ancient city of Petra? Israel, Jordan, or Kuwait? Jordan. What country contains the source of the Amazon River? Colombia, Peru, or Brazil? The answer is Peru. What country has the most time zones? Ukraine, Russia, or France? France. What city straddles two continents, Europe and Asia? Istanbul, Copenhagen, or Jerusalem? Istanbul. What African country has 3 capital cities? Madagascar, South Africa, or Zimbabwe? South Africa. What is the only country that is also a continent? Australia, New Zealand, or Fiji? It's Australia. Which U.S. state is closest to Russia? Washington, Alaska, or California? Alaska. Where is the Dead Sea located? Egypt, Syria, or Israel and Jordan? The answer is Israel and Jordan. The last question. What is the flattest continent? Africa, Europe, or Australia? Australia. Thank you for watching. That's a wrap for today's round of general knowledge questions on history, science, technology, and innovation. If you enjoyed this quiz, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel.